Alrighty, traders, this is Blake Morrow. You are listening to the Daily Roundup webinar. I hope everybody's having a great trading session. Happy, say Wednesday already? My goodness. Oh, yes, today is Wednesday. You know what today is? My son's graduating from middle school today. Yeah. So anyway. I believe it's my youngest. It's wild. So if you're wondering why do I have a collared shirt on, it's because I'm gonna have to make my way to a graduation ceremony a little bit later. Let's talk about the markets here and the dollar buying that we saw through the fix, and you know, there might be some more dollar buying happening for the next couple of days. Remember, this is the end of month. Also, you know, end of quarter that's going through right now. So we got a couple of days left as you know, the markets might see some dollar buying come through on Thursday, Friday. And if you are waiting specifically for the fix for, like, you know, Monday, because Monday is a holiday, we have Memorial Day weekend here in the US. They might try to get the people are assuming we're getting some of these fixing flows done a little bit early. Craig was in the chat room talking about the value date may be one of the reasons why we're seeing value date is 3 days in advance that you're seeing some flows maybe go through because of that. Regardless, we are seeing some dollar buying, and what we can't ignore is the fact that the euro dollar is starting to push lower. Again, there might be some of those comments that are weighing on the euro. I mean, the euro is actually down 50 pips on the day. You know, it's down 50 pips, and we've got this, you know, false breakout, maybe a little tweezer top developing on the daily chart. And what I'm going to be worried about with the euro is if we come breaking through the support down here at 121.60. I think that's going to be, you know, more of a you know, potential reversal setting up. This right here, do you guys know what this chart pattern is right here? And thank you, Alexander. Alex said, congrats to my son. I mean, you know, this is, you know, you have, if you have kids, hold on one second. Itch on my back. If you have kids, yeah, you have some kids that you, and I'm sure those of you that are parents, and Alex says he has 2 daughters. You have some kids that you worry about certain things and other kids you don't, you know what I mean? Or maybe you worry about both kids. Like I worry about, I don't worry about this one and his grades because he's a sharp kid. You know, he's smart. My friends that play poker, like, you know, in the poker rooms at casinos and stuff like that, he beat them playing poker at 8 years old. He's that kid. He's that kid that you have like adult conversations with when he was 5. He's way ahead of his years, way, you know, so I don't even worry about him regarding grades and whatnot. But then you have your other kid that you're like, yeah, well, maybe I might. You know what I mean? I'm sure as parents, you have the same. Jason said, do you think either one of your boys will be interested in trading? Yes, actually both of them are now. They're starting to show interest. The younger one, the one that's graduating today, he's actually the one that has provoked me to making all of these videos that I've been making recently, because him and his friends are really interested in trading cryptos and trading just in general. So I'm like, okay, you know, why not sorry. Why not, you know, why not teach them a little bit, and why not have somebody like myself teaching a new trader how to use charts or read price action, or, you know, why not me teach the kid? And then in the meantime, I'm also giving you guys some education too. So that's been one of the motivations actually behind me making these videos. Does that make sense? So hopefully you guys are enjoying these videos. Like that one video that I just did yesterday, or did I do yesterday, day before yesterday, about the top trader traits. Did you guys like that video, by the way? If you're watching this after the fact, that means you're watching us on YouTube and you like that video. Give me a thumbs up here, but also, you know, make sure you watch that video and give us a thumbs up there too. That'd be cool. Amira said, did see it. Did you guys like that? I mean, those like trader traits are, I have like a handful of traders like in my hand, like I can count on fingers on my hand. Of the best traders that I've ever met that are like stone cold traders. And those are the top qualities and top traits. Amira said, did see it, didn't see it. Where is it? It's on YouTube. Let me see here. Let me pull it up for you really quick. Give me 1 second. It's, but you guys need to subscribe to these channels. Give me 1 second. Just, I'll pull it up for you. Here, I'm going to put it in our chat. Malia said she enjoyed it. Awesome. I'm glad. I hope you guys did. Here, I'm going to put it in. I just put the link in there. So you guys make sure you click on that link and then also subscribe to the channel. Okay. So this way you get to watch all of these as we're releasing them. There's some, I've got a list of topics that I'm going to be covering. And by the way, while you're thinking about it right now, while I've got this in your head, if you can go to our chat box here, any videos that you'd like to see, advanced or basic, you know, if it's basic, I'll make it pretty quickly. If it's advanced, I'll have to figure out how to make it and then do it. There are going to be some paid videos, like I'm going to do a Fibonacci strategies webinar, and that's going to be like a paid one because it's going to take hours to do. So got a question from Jason. Said, Blake, you ever had a multi-week or multi-month drawdown? If so, how do you recover? Maybe videos on recovering from losses and getting your mojo back. Yeah, you know, that's a great video. If you've never heard my personal experiences in trading in 2001, September 11th timeframe, that was my biggest drawdown ever. I'll tell you, I'll just give you kind of a, I'm sorry guys, I need to go into analysis, but I'm going to give you just kind of a brief like overview of what happened. The .com bubble crushed us as it was. So like I had $1 million account, and this is my $1 million. It was actually just shy of that. It was like 900 grand. And I was 27, right? That was my trading account. And boom, 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 tech stock started to, fall apart, whatever, lost a little bit of money. It's no big deal. I mean, it kind of goes with the territory. But what really hit me was September 11th, 2001. And I was in Dallas at the time, so it didn't affect me personally, from physically or, even though the principle of Centerpoint Securities was there and stuck in Midtown Manhattan for like a week and a half because of that. But what had happened is our principal trader, that's the guy who's our licensed 20 and 24, 63, he had all of the licenses. He had opened up some positions in the house account, and we lost, he did, for our firm, he lost a huge number, like a 7-figure number. And guess who was on the hook for that? Me and other partners, right? So after September 11th, we had to settle up with Penson Securities. They were our clearing firm out of Dallas. I don't even know if Penson's around anymore. It was Dan Sun and Phil Pendergrass. So those are the two partners. Penson Securities is, I don't even know. Like I said, I don't even know if they're around anymore. Penson Securities. No, not Penson. They must have Penson Securities must have. They were Penson Securities 2000. Oops, not 200. 2000. And it keeps wanting to pull up Pension Securities, and it's not Pension, it's Penson. Anyway, they were our clearing firm at the time, and we had to cough up all this money. And oh my God, it basically almost bankrupted me at that moment. So not only was I hit by, the tech bubble, then September 11th, then we had to shell out all this money. I had to actually recover from that. And that was like the long road to recovery. And it wasn't just a drawdown. That was like a major blow to my career. But not only was I trading horrible, but, at that time, because of mental, like no one taught me how to deal with this, except for my mentor at the time. So anyway, that's a story. And that's actually a pretty good video to put together. I think that might help people. Because I know how I came out of it, and it's how the only way I know how, and so yes, to answer your question, Jason, I've had drawdowns, and I mean, even with my most recent gig at Gelos, I basically had a year where I just spun my wheels, but that's over like the year. Like I'd have a good month, and then I'd have like 2 bad months, and it's like I just spent 3 months doing nothing. You know what I mean? It's tough. It's tough because then you got to regroup and reassert yourself and get back in the game, and it's a big mind, situation. So anyway, so in a situation like that, do you have to pull from reserves? Are here many traders that have to borrow money to stay in the game? Ooh, God, no, you don't want to do that. The key is that you can get whatever you lost back, or the confidence shot. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, is building your confidence back. And so I'll put together a video on that. I think that's a good video on like how to recover. You know what I mean? So anyway, let's get back to the charts. So the euro's little failure here, right? Big support down here, 121.50, 121.60. This is where the dollar might actually put in a reversal. Now, I would think in order to do that, the S&P would have to turn lower. And all we're doing is we're just stalling at the 4,200 level. I'm not super convinced that we're going to be turning here, but I did sell some S&Ps about 4 points ago. I don't think I'm going to stick around by the end of the day. It just depends. We are seeing a little bit of reversal in, like, here's the dollar Canadian showing us a little bit of a reversal here, but can't get excited about that till we're back above 122. US dollar Mexican peso consolidating. Dollar yen. Dollar yen's actually moving higher, and which is really interesting because yields aren't. So I'm just like, this must be an end of month move. That's because the dollar yen's not like correlating with yields, which I'm surprised about. Dollar Mexican pesos, like I said, it's just kind of stalling here. One currency that I'm going to keep an eye on pretty much, keeping a really close eye on is this US dollar CNH. It is trying to bounce, but I'd like to see it bounce and close, back up above like the 639 level by the end of the day. If it does, that might signal that stocks are going to be moving lower. But as you can see, stocks are holding up pretty well. I do attribute a lot of this movement to end of month, and which really stinks because I took my silver short off yesterday right here. Actually, it was before we moved up right here. So like it was like right here, 28.0, somewhere right here, 28.0, 27.90 something like that. And then we popped up because I was like, oh, silver is going to follow gold, right? There goes gold. Gold is breaking out, and I'm like, okay, well, silver is going to do the same. So silver pulled back, definitely underperforming. I want to keep this one on my radar because if the dollar does show a reversal, silver is going to be that trade, I think, that I really want to be on the short side. But other than that, guys, it has been a pretty slow day. Bitcoin's still trading heavy. The crypto space, I know Ethereum's up a little bit, but still, you can see Ethereum still looks pretty heavy. It's trading at the 38% retracement. Bitcoin, again, trading below the 38% retracement. So nothing really to write home about there, but at the same time, we're not seeing a big recovery either. Amira asked for the DXY. DXY hasn't changed a whole lot here. The DXY is trying to put in the false breakdown that we talked about yesterday, but really in the DXY, we have to break above 90.25 in order for me to feel comfortable about us seeing a reversal. But the fact that we've actually bounced at the support zone is pretty important, but I'm not, like I said, I'm not 100% convinced we're seeing a reversal there yet. IWM, I mean, same as yesterday. We're just hugging the underside of this trend line. Underperforming, but still, really not quite there. So anyway, that's it, guys. Nothing exciting. I appreciate you guys, taking the time, hanging out with me here today. Appreciate all the support. I wanted to let you know we're bringing on new contributors to tradersummit.net. So make sure you're listening to that. You can see we just uploaded a video from yes. Gear said Penson Financial Services went bankrupt in 2013. No way! I didn't even know that. Penson. Yeah, those guys. It was probably one of the best clearing firms around at the time. So anyway, Trader Summit. That's who you guys got to check it out. We got Tracy Shuckhart. She Chicago girl, Chai girl. She'll be contributing here. We're getting some pretty good contributors coming in. So make sure you're always keeping an eye out here. Thank you guys for your continued support. You guys are awesome. I'll talk to you guys soon. All right.